a Venomized Captain America figure, as well as 6-inch Ghostbuster figure rumors from Hasbro. Mattel shows off their new WWE Bianca figure. Sideshow and Hot Toys doing life-size Baby Yoda figures. Super7 teases their second wave of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Ultimate figures. All that and more in today's news video. So let's jump into it. You action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here with another TNI news video. Now real quick before we get into today's news, I just wanted to shoot you my normal update or reminder about signing up for the TNI newsletter. It's fairly new, so I really hope you guys consider signing up for it. It's an easy way with all the news that's coming at you in the next month or so with Toy Fair. It's just going to be an easy way to kind of keep track of everything. We send the news to you is basically the motto of it, and all you got to do is just add your email to the sign up and you'll get the newsletter automatically. If you ever decide you don't want it, you don't like it, whatever reason, then you can just unsubscribe and you'll never get it again. Also, we just launched 2 new contests, both on Marvelous News and Toy News International, where we're giving away $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store like we do every month. So if you haven't checked those out, I have links to those contest descriptions in the video description below. Okay, so let's jump into the news, and starting things off, I wanted to touch on something you guys had mentioned in the comment section of my last news video. So I don't know if this is something I missed. Some of these Bandai America lines maybe slipped past me, I'm not sure. But this one is based on the Knights of Zodiac, and it's not a property I'm terribly familiar with. It's an anime type property, but Bandai America is doing what they say 6-inch scale figures, though in the past, the Bandai America stuff has been more 6.5, so I don't know if these will actually be a little bit bigger than 6-inch or if they will actually be smaller than like the Dragon Star series figures or the older Power Ranger stuff. Again, that stuff generally tended to be in the 6.5-inch scale. But as it is, they're doing 3 figures for this first wave. These look like are due out in March, so just a little bit over a month away. I don't know when these were initially announced. Again, since these are out in about a month, I assume the news has been out there. I just, kind of slipped past me. But since some of you guys had mentioned wanting me to talk about them, so again, there's 3 figures in the first wave. They are available for pre-order at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. The figures are going to have minimal accessories and then said to have about 20 points of articulation, which is standard for the Bandai America stuff. So, obviously there's higher end versions of these characters, but these are only $20 each, and that's really, a more affordable way to get a hold of these characters. And while they're not like SH Figure Arts quality, I don't generally, the Bandai America figures are not bad either. So, like I said, they just kind of allow you to get these kind of generally characters that are import figures and stuff that cost a lot more, lets you get them at a cheaper price. Okay, and then for another update for you guys, I wanted to talk briefly about the upcoming Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn figure, the 7-inch scale articulated Spawn figure. So I showed you this image that had originated from the Previews magazine, Diamond Previews magazine, where the figure was first solicited. And I first told you about the figure last week, but then we got these images. But since that image, this image had hit the internet, I have gotten word from a couple different sources that have said that there have actually been significant changes to the figure since this original image was taken. I don't know exactly what the changes are, so I can't tell you. I assume it's going to be some type of improvement. I thought the figure looked pretty good, but I'd seen some of you, questioning the look of the face and stuff. But again, I don't know exactly what changes are being made. I was just told that there had been changes, which is why places right now are not really soliciting this figure. They're waiting for the new updated images, I guess. So hopefully that will be coming soon. Okay, next up I have this teaser image to share with you that comes from Super7. They released it this week, and while they didn't specifically say, I believe this is going to be one of the figures in their second wave of 7-inch scale Ultimate Turtle figures. So the first wave, which is going to include Raphael, a Foot Soldier, Splinter, and Baxter Stockman. We saw those last year, and they've already gone up for pre-order and everything. I think you can still pre-order places like Big Bad Toy Store, but I'm not entirely sure. But this teaser image looks like is going to be for Leonardo. So again, I believe Leonardo is going to be slated for the second wave. That's all we know about at this time for the second wave, and probably within the next week or so, Super7 will give us more details. Okay, this next story I have for you guys, I wanted to share with you. It's for Kamen Rider, the SH Figure Arts line from Tamashii Nations. Now, this is another property that I really am not familiar with at all. But I got to tell you, when I saw these figure images, I thought this was a really cool looking figure. Again, know nothing about the character, really know nothing about the property, Kamen Rider. I mean, I've seen the characters and stuff, but it's not something I've followed. But this figure is available for pre-order now at places like Big Bad Toy Store. And like I said, even though I know nothing about the property itself, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce this character's name because it's really long and I would totally botch it. But definitely I feel like it's cool with his claw and everything. And just the way the yellows kind of pop on it with the blue eyes and the gold and everything. I don't know. It's a really cool looking figure. So it's going to come with a ton of accessories, 11 interchangeable hands, the Tora claw, as well as some other type accessories. And, if you're a fan of Kamen Rider, this might be one you want to check out. Okay, and then for you Figma fans this week, we got official images for the Bug Warrior based on the Starship Troopers sequel movie, which I've never actually seen. I saw the original movie, which, for the time was kind of cool, very campy, but kind of cool at the same time. I kind of developed a following and everything, but I never bothered to watch the sequel. But as it is, we are getting this Bug Warrior figure, which looks pretty good. Again, it's part of the Figma line. It's going to come with 2 little mini figures as well, which is kind of cool. The figure is available for pre-order at places like our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store and is slated for release in November. NECA this week released this teaser image for one of many of the upcoming updated Lost Tribe Predator figures they're doing for their 7-inch scale Ultimate line. So the figure, they're basically releasing these in conjunction with Predator 2 and its 30th anniversary. They plan on revealing a lot more details for these at Toy Fair next month, which kicks off on February 22nd. You definitely want to mark your calendars for that day because we're going to see lots of cool reveals. But again, they released this teaser image for the Scout Predator figure, and like I said, they say they plan on doing all the Lost Tribe members in new updated Ultimate figures in the 7-inch scale. And then just today, Mattel released these new official images for female WWE superstar Bianca, which I'm not terribly familiar with. I've never seen her wrestle. I don't watch a lot of wrestling these days, but this is the outfit that she wore in the 2020 Women's Royal Rumble. And thing I think is coolest about this figure is her hair. Looks like, I'm not sure what they're using, what they made the hair with, but you can tell she is holding it in different positions. I doubt it's got bendy wire. It's probably, a softer material, but, she can kind of hold it like she really would in real life with real hair. So I definitely think that's kind of cool. Now this figure is going to be part of the 107th wave of basic figures. And this figure, along with the rest of the wave, is due out in the spring. And then for you Ghostbuster fans, so you're probably aware, I've briefly talked about this in past news videos, but I'm sure you're aware if you are a Ghostbuster fan that Hasbro took over the toy license this year, and they've got a whole plethora of product based on Ghostbusters, some of which is probably going to be based on the new movie coming out this year. But they're definitely doing a 6-inch collector-oriented line for Ghostbusters, and I've got some details. Now, initial reports indicate that this line is going to be called Plasma Figures, so I don't know if that was just a code name showing up on some of the retailer lists. It seems like a kind of a weird name, Plasma. I mean, I guess it kind of fits, but I don't know. So I'm not entirely sure if that's the actual official name for these. But again, they are doing 6-inch collector-based figures, and I'm told with the Ghostbusters that there will be a Build-A-Figure with it. I have no idea what the Build-A-Figure will be. There's going to be 6 figures in the first wave, and 2 of which I do not know who they will be, but 4 of them are apparently based on the 4 original Ghostbuster members from the first movie. I believe the first movie, or maybe the second movie, I think it's the first movie that these will be based on, but basically the original Ghostbuster members, not characters from the new movie. Even though the original Ghostbusters will be making an appearance in the new movie, but this will be based on their younger selves, I'm pretty sure. And again, there should be a Build-A-Figure. I don't know what it'll be, but we'll probably find that out next month at Toy Fair. there. I also, for you G.I. Joe fans, have just continued to get further confirmation on those 6-inch figures, and that, they are definitely coming, even though not yet officially confirmed. None of this has been officially confirmed by Hasbro, so still technically we're going to consider this rumor. But, those G.I. Joe figures I talked about in previous videos, the waves with the Scarlet and Snake Eyes and other characters seem to be true. I'm told that they, by my source here, that there is likely a Build-A-Figure, but wasn't 100% sure. So I would imagine there will be a Build-A-Figure, but I don't have that officially confirmed. And I've heard other reports about there's going to be some variant figures and multiple waves already planned and things like that. So definitely, if you've been waiting for 6-inch G.I. Joe figures, I think you're going to see some exciting stuff next month at Toy Fair. Now, for you Star Wars fans, both Sideshow and Hot Toys this week announced that they're doing life-size figures based on Baby Yoda, the child character from the Mandalorian TV series. And with the Sideshow version, we've got some actual images of the figure. It's going to cost around $350. He's going to have the little knob thing that he stole from a Mandalorian ship. And, based on these images, this looks like a really good figure. And, the life size for Baby Yoda is not super big, but, definitely looks like something that would be a hit. And then right after Sideshow announced their figure, Hot Toys came out with an announcement. No images of their figures yet, but they came out with an announcement that they're going to be doing a variety of different figures based on the Baby Yoda character, aka the child. And they're going to be doing figures for their life size. They are doing their own life size version, and then their television masterpiece, their quarter scale line, and their Cos Baby line as well. So no images from Hot Toys for what they're going to be giving us, but they did make that announcement. I've said this early on that I think everybody and their uncle will be doing Baby Yoda figures. He's become a super popular character with a wide variety of different people. And so, like I said, even though everybody was kind of behind the 8 ball because, Disney didn't let people see the character until it actually showed up in the TV series because they wanted it to be a surprise. So nobody had any Baby Yoda product out when he actually appeared in the show or for Christmas. But starting later this year, you're going to see the shelves just filled with tons of Baby Yoda product. Okay, and then finally on the Marvel front. So first of all, I wanted to show you this kind of cool figure, even though it's not really made for the collector. It's part of their 12-inch Titan Hero line. It's part of a new Blast Gear line that Hasbro's doing, where you've got the attachable pieces that you can put on the figures. But they're doing this Captain America, this Venomized Captain America figure from Spider-Man Maximum Venom. So you've got the Venom head and the Venom chest piece and webbing and everything that you can put on the Captain America figure. Now, there are rumors, which I've not been able to confirm from any of my sources, but there are some rumors floating out there that there's going to be a Marvel Legends Venomized Captain America figure. Again, I have no idea. I've not been able to get confirmation on that from anybody. There's several rumors floating around that I haven't really focused on here because I just have not, I like to get some type of general confirmation other than just that it's being passed around on the internet, which I've not yet been able to do with a lot of these things, like a repainted Monster Venom figure, a repaint of the Space Venom. That one's floating around. Walgreens exclusive Iron Man 2020, which I hope that's true because I think that would be really cool, and I hope it's based on the original comic book version, but maybe not. And then something I have confirmed though is, or not officially confirmed, let's keep that clear because none of these have been officially confirmed by Hasbro. But I did some checking and I don't have specifics, but I'm told kind of like they did last year with the fan channel exclusives, where they started kind of releasing figures once a month, details on figures once a month. As I'm told, the plan is essentially to do the same thing this year. We're going to get at least one specialty item / fan channel exclusive type figure once a month this year. And then as we get closer to things like San Diego and New York Comic-Con, we actually probably will see more figures. This is not even including like just regular waves of figures and stuff. These are just like the individual kind of fan channel exclusives, which likely means most of these are going to be repaints Again, very similar to last year. But suffice to say, there's looking to be, like, just like last year, and maybe even more than last year, a ton of Marvel Legends stuff coming out this year. And so we'll probably be hearing rumors of stuff, I mean, right now it seems like almost daily there's a new rumor that pops up about some type of computer listing or what have you. So I would expect that to continue. I would expect Hasbro to have a lot of reveals at Toy Fair next month, and hopefully some will probably not like as much as others, but I think there's definitely going to be some cool stuff that's going to be very interesting. I also, while I don't really have anything definitive on this, I'm hoping that this year we get something for HasLab from Marvel. I think it's probably Marvel's time for the HasLab treatment, and I have a feeling that, especially if they do something really cool, like a large size character, like a Galactus or a Sentinel or something like that, that's really big. I know some people want vehicles, but I think probably the larger scale figures is the way to go with the HasLab Marvel thing. I think that probably might end up being one of Hasbro's most successful HasLab projects. We'll have to wait and see, though. And again, and whether they announce, if they are going to do HasLab this year for Marvel, will they announce it at Toy Fair? I think that's the best time for them to announce it. I think, they ran into problems last year announcing the Transformers Unicron one so late in the year. So I think they'd be better to, if they are going to do something for HasLab for Marvel this year, I think they'd be better to go on and do it earlier rather than later. But we'll have to wait and see. Again, February 22nd is the day you want to bookmark. That's definitely going to be the day when all the Hasbro reveals are made. So definitely mark your channel and be sure to check out the sites. Again, that's just a reason why to sign up for that TNI newsletter. We'll be sending out updates, so you don't have to go searching for the news. We're going to send it to you, at least the links to the news, so you know where to go. All right, so that's where I'm going to leave it today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about. Again, for my interview series, for those of you who've really been digging the interview series that I've been doing recently, I am going to be interviewing David Vonner here, formerly of Hasbro and Toy Biz, and currently works at Mattel and doing WWE stuff. So I'm going to be interviewing him, sitting down and talking with him. You guys had some cool questions in my last news video you posted in the comment section. You can still post some in this one as well. I'll be doing the interview in the next few days, and then the actual video will be going up, should be going up, if everything goes as planned, should be going up sometime next week. And I do hope you check it out. If you haven't already checked the previous ones, Todd McFarlane, and then my one with Jerry from Soda Toys, that one didn't seem to get quite as much traction, but if you missed it, I strongly suggest that you check those out. And then again, look for my interview with David Vonner to come up next week. So as always, hit the bell notification, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.
Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News message boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.